The Leadership Challenge and Insight Portfolio, or LCI, is a unique coaching tool designed to be used by professional coaches and by managers wishing to coach their own staff to develop their leadership skills. It comprises a large pack of really useful support information, plus 6 suits of cards, with each suit covering one major area of the leadership role. There are 13 cards in each suit, and each card bears a statement designed to provoke a challenging conversation. These are the 6 suits of cards. The LCI is available as an app for the iPad, but for the time being, let's see a demonstration using the actual cards.
Okay, Andy, why don't we explore this area of results that you think you have an issue with?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, what I've got here is a set of challenge statements for you, okay? And what I'd like you to do is have a look through them, and I'd like you to place them on these 2 areas here, depending on whether you feel comfortable or uncomfortable with the statement. Okay? And one more thing, I'd really like you to express your thoughts out loud for me as you look at the cards and as you place them. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, shall we give it a go?
Yeah, sure. Okay, thanks. Okay, first one. I know where we are, where we're going, and when we'll get there. Yeah, they're pretty confident on that, I think. I mean, there's always room to improve that one, but I'm going to put it there. My team and I set challenging targets and beat them. I'm going to put that on no. I think we could be more challenging, I think.
During the sorting process, Anne watches Andy's body language, his use of humour, any indications of concern, as well as listening carefully to the actual words he uses.
I think there's some... So can I put that in the middle?
Well, I'm going to ask you to actually decide where it's going to go, and I'm going to ask you not to place it.
I'll put it there then, because I think there's room for improvement there.
The statements on the cards are quite extreme, and some people may want to place the cards in the middle, as Andy did. But you saw Anne force the choice, because the conversation that will follow will be far more interesting as a result.
We are confident it will deliver. Yes, I would say that. I'm intolerant of poor performance. Yes. You don't survive our business if that's the case. We deliver more than is expected, faster and at less cost. I think our clients would say that, certainly. Our customers think we are fantastic. Yeah, I think the ones that work with us really do that. I think we've got some great support there. My results are down to me. I'm responsible for my own destiny. Absolutely. My people all have objectives that will stretch and develop them. No, I think there's room for improvement there. My team are respected, envied and admired. Yeah, I think so. I think so, actually. And we celebrate success not enough. I think we don't do enough on that.
At the end of the sorting process, Andy has created 2 stacks of cards, a yes stack with the statements which he believes are generally true about himself, and a no stack with the statements which he doesn't entirely believe are true about him and which may therefore represent some development needs. Anne will need to challenge the statements in both stacks.
Okay, Andy, how did that feel, really, sorting those cards?
Yeah, I think, I mean, there's some interesting challenges in there for sure. I think on balance you conclude, you know, we're quite results focused, but there are some areas to improve. You know, it does highlight a few things which perhaps have been at the back of my mind, I guess, for some time. So yeah, I mean, interesting. I mean, I'm not feeling too negative about my approach on it, but there's obviously some room for improvement. So.
Yeah. Well, you're right to figure out that this indicates it's potentially an area of strength. Let's just explore just a few of those areas of strength before we move on to what might be seen as the development areas. Okay. I was interested, actually, this card here, I'm intolerant of poor performance. You said, yes, people don't survive here otherwise. Give me a sense of what you would.
I think in the land we live in that we can't have poor quality people working with us, and actually, you know, a lot of it's about connecting with customers, and a lot of it's about projects, and I absolutely wouldn't put anyone who wasn't up to the job in front of a customer. It's that simple, and I think, you know, you don't need to manage it in the traditional way, but you need to manage it in terms of who you connect with the work, and that's the easiest way you do it. So Yeah, I think that's...
As you heard Anne say, the cards on the yes stack may represent strengths,
Yeah,
and
also
we'll test
we've got a
those
guarantee that
first
if the
to
customer's
ensure
not
that
happy,
they
then
really
it
are
works. So it's
strengths,
kind of like
and
a
also to
potential
ensure that they're
incentive
not
to
being
get one as well.
overdone,
So
resulting in
there's
problems.
a belt and braces approach on that, to be honest.
Okay, and how do you deal with poor performance if you do discover it?
We don't allow it to happen, to be honest with you. It just doesn't happen. I don't think it does.
Okay, I'm feeling okay about that. You were very emphatic about some of these.
Yeah.
We had lots of absolutelys, emphatics, and those. But number 12 was a I think so moment for you.
My team are respected, envied, and admired.
Yeah.
It's probably only because I'm not sure. And admired by whom, I guess, was I think my customers admire it. But it was a kind of, yeah, it depends how you read the question, that was all.
Okay, and how do you read the question?
I read the question by other people who are in the field. So, you know, if there are other consultants out there, other organisations out there, if they connected with us, would they interview and admire us? And I think they would, which is why I put it here. I think we've got quite a strong team, which other people would detect. So I put it on the yes part,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Having talked through the cards on the yes stack, Anne moves on to discuss the cards on the no stack, which may represent development needs. The great advantage of the LCI is that it helps the coach get to topics that might take longer to emerge, or may be too sensitive and therefore difficult to raise.
Your comment on that, I don't know whether you noticed, was, you know, we could be more challenging of ourselves. Let's explore that a moment.
I guess it's just a kind of a feeling that we could push ourselves harder than we do. We do set targets, we are ambitious, but you know what, I wonder if we ever sit down and think, how do we treble, quadruple, or, you know, max out on any improvement. Sometimes perhaps we're a bit incremental rather than that really bold and ambitious. As I saw that question, I thought, yeah, perhaps there's a kind of an outrageous ambition that's missing from us sometimes. We kind of accept that we are aiming to be a bit better than we were last year, rather than outrageously better sometimes.
Okay.
Fair point. Yeah.
Is that an area that we might sort of pull out of the pack then and explore in a bit more detail?
Yeah, worth a conversation,
yeah,
sure.
So why don't we sort of put that here and sort of think...
As you've seen, Anne now begins to create an agenda by agreeing with Andy those areas which are worthy of deeper discussion.
Okay, this one was interesting. You wanted to put this in the middle, and I was a bit mean.
The slick operation one?
Yeah, and the reason, by the way, I don't like you putting things in the middle is it doesn't actually matter. It's about the conversation that we have. Okay. So forcing you to one side or the other creates a more interesting conversation. So just give me a bit more background on that one.
Okay, well, I mean, this is an interesting one. We're a slick operation. My team is effective at the day-to-day management of what we do. Do you know what? I mean, I think we are. When it comes to delivery for customers and the stuff that the customer will notice, I think we are slick. I mean, professional operation, lots of professional materials, delivered on time, never late, that kind of thing. The stuff where it falls down is in the office, because it is a bit chaotic there, and that's partly down to me, I guess. It is, you know, finances and, you know, VAT returns and, you know, all the back office procedural stuff, is not a fan. I'm not a fan, so I rely on other people to do it. And I should take more notice of it myself. I know that, but it bores me. That's the trouble. If I'm really honest, it bores me. So, you know, I know that people say to me, "Oh, can you do this?" Like I'll get a call from the accountant saying we need something, and I'll say yes, I'll get that absolutely for you tomorrow, and then I'll get distracted and think, you know, whatever, it can wait.
Okay, Andy. But is it an area you think we ought to work on then? How much does it affect your business?
Well, it affects the business. I just don't want to do it.
But we're talking about results, aren't we? That's the point.
Yeah. It's worth it. Again, it's worth a conversation. I mean, I do get it. It's not my favourite topic, but I get it.
Okay.
Put it on the talk about it part.
Why don't we do that and do some work on it, because it could free you up for some of the more creative stuff that you enjoy.
It's a fair cop.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that demonstration of the LCI in practice. In addition to the cards, there's this information pack, which can be used by the coach to prepare for the session or to provide the client with additional information and reflection. If you want to find out more about the LCI, you can download the app from the App Store, visit our website, or give us a call.